Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth video of this recitation. In this video, I will introduce how to set up the remote process in your EC2 instance. There are multiple ways to run your code. The easiest way is directly running your code in the terminal. However, if you are running a code script that takes a long time to finish, you would have to wait until the code finishes to close your SSH window or terminal. For example, this is a simple code that will output current time every 2 seconds. You can see that a new line will appear in this output.txt file every 2 seconds. But if I kill this terminal, the code will stop running and the text file is no longer updated. The fact is that it usually takes hours to train a deep learning model, so it is very inconvenient to wait your code to finish. You cannot close your PC, keeping it running for hours, and being afraid of a sudden crash in your SSH connection. So, the first solution that I will introduce is screen command. Screen command is a very useful command in Linux. It allows you to create a process and run anything in background. In other words, your code will still run even after you close your terminal. I will introduce the basic command here. For more detailed usage, you can search the cheat sheet on Google. The first step is to create a new session. It can be simply created by entering this command in the terminal. Screen-capitalized S. You can also name your session by adding a name behind it. After creating the session, you are automatically in the session, so you can run your code here. After your code starts running, directly enter Ctrl+A and then press D to detach from this session. Then you will get back to your original terminal. The session you just created is running in the background now. If you want to get back to the session, you just need to enter screen-R and with your session name, and then you will attach to the running session. With the screen command, you can run your code in the background and close the terminal. You can see that output.txt file is still updated even after I close the terminal. So for EC2 instance, as long as your instance is running, you can close your SSH connection and keep your code running at the same time. I believe this will give you more flexibility in doing your homework. Also, I will recommend you to output the training log into txt file during your training. You can realize it by adding a code snippet inside your for loop, so that your training log can be rolled out every epoch. Some people may ask, I know how to run Python code remotely now, but I prefer to use Jupyter Notebook. Is there a way for me to run Jupyter Notebook without keeping the window open? Of course, yes. The solution you want is Jupyter Lab server. Jupyter Lab server is a remote notebook server. It is like setting up your own Google Colab in the EC2. As long as you set up the server, you can access from your web browser without SSH connection. In fact, the basic setup for Jupyter Lab server is already finished in the last video. For here, you only need to enter some commands to get started. First, you need to check the port number you have set in Jupyter server config.py is set to be accessible in your EC2 security group. Then, go to your terminal, create a new session with screen command. In the created session, enter Jupyter Lab. Then, detach from this session. Your Jupyter Lab server has been established. To access your Jupyter Lab server, go to your EC2 instance detail page. Copy public IPv4 address and paste it to your browser with colon and your port number followed. Enter the password you set, and then you get access to the server. You can use this Jupyter Lab just like how you use Jupyter Lab on your own PC. And most importantly, the notebook will continue to run even you close your browser window. One thing to note is that the kernel output may not be updated correctly with this method. So again, I will suggest writing out your training log to a local text file for easy access. In this video, I introduced two options for you to utilize AWS EC2 instance to work remotely. The first option is running your code in sub-session with screen command. The second option is by setting up Jupyter Lab server. This will not require SSH connection after you finish the setup. Both options can release your PC from running the code. I hope this video may help your studies easier and more convenient. Thank you for watching.